Hello. Fantastic. My name is OluRanti Bankole from Green Springs School. I'm so excited to be here. I don't have a lot of time, so if you see me running away from her, just encourage me, okay? So Green Springs School is a school based in Lagos. We are going into our 40th year. Please give Green Springs a round of applause. Fantastic. Anybody that does anything for 40 years, you know it takes a lot of passion, a vision, and hard work, and we work hard at what we do. Now, today, I want to talk about one of the services, or maybe one of the products that we have. It's called our sixth form college, and I have some slides here, and I'm going to just run through them real quick. So we've heard a lot about exports in education, what happens when children leave school, what do they leave with, and this is what we need to give to them. It is world class and sets the children up wherever they go, they will be successful. Fantastic, right? So what is the IBDP? So when you go through the British system, you have the sixth form program, and this is after your year 11. It stands for International Baccalaureate Diploma Program. Okay, slow. Okay. There are three pathways. You can either do A levels, IB, or you do your foundation year. Most of us in Nigeria are very familiar with A levels, but today I just want to show you why this is the pathway that most universities look for. It's for post-16, so it's for 16 to 19-year-olds. Mrs. Okoro, who is in here now, can attest to it. She's gone through the program, her daughter, not her, obviously, right? And what makes it very different is all the other programs out there are very academic. Nothing wrong with that, right? Different children have different pathways. Very academic, you go in, I want to be an accountant, and you just take the accounting courses. However, what the IB does is that it opens up pathways for you. So even after you go through the IB program and you decide, accounting isn't for me, I want to go into medical school, you can do it with the IB program. You take 6 subjects, and what makes the IB program even more special and stand out is what they do aside from the academics, right? You have to do a course called Theory of Knowledge, which is critical thinking. And we talked about it, that you need to be able to think outside the classroom, be able to synthesize and connect what you're learning to real life problems. There's something called CAS. This is my favorite part of the program. Every one of us here probably understands the value of service, right? You have to give back. We teach our children. But the difference is, a lot of times, we only do it Easter, Christmas, right? All these holidays is when we go to the food bank, to the orphanage. We have the desire, but we don't have the structure. The IB gives us that structure. Every other week, the children go to serve their community. And I tell you, anything you do for 2 years, it's a 2-year program, becomes a part of you. So when the children leave the program, they become ambassadors of goodwill. They understand that the world is not about them. They understand they have a responsibility to give back to the world, and they become less selfish. And guess what? Research says when you are not thinking about yourself, you're actually less prone to depression. So when they come through this program, no matter what life throws at them, they know that they have everything they need. They know that, yes, you know, well, you're over 19, right? So they have everything they need to succeed. They become more resilient, and they can pull themselves up. So next slide, please. Oh, extended essay. So once they come into the program, they have to pick a research topic like they do in university. They take 2 years to research it, deliver the paper, and they need it to graduate. Now, what makes the IB program stand out is even if you get all A stars, which is their equivalent is a 7, you do fantastically well in your academics. If you don't submit your essay, if you don't do your community service, if you don't finish your TOK, you don't get your diploma. And what they're trying to tell you is that academics is good, but it's not all about academics. You need to have all these other tools to be successful in the world, okay? Now, if I am approaching a university, Harvard, for example, and I did my A levels, and I got all A stars. Fantastic. Clap for the child with all A stars, please. Clap for the child with all A stars. And I do the IB program, and I have all A stars, and I have my extended essay so I can research. I have my community service. I've done my TOK. The university picks me over that child because I have a more holistic education. So the schools are looking for the IB students. Next slide, please. Ooh, so there are only 2 IB schools in Nigeria. The first one is American International School, and Green Springs is the second one. We're located in Nigeria. We've been running it for 14 years. Our students have earned millions of dollars. So after all is said and done, it's about show me the money, right? Right. Next slide. Okay, so I think it's about 3.5 in 1920 as a class, what they earned, 4.7, and this year our graduating class have earned a total of $8.3 million worth of scholarships to different universities. I think that deserves a round of applause. Next slide, please. And I don't know if we've seen this trending. This young girl has done amazingly well. She was admitted into, she's an IB student. She was admitted into 11 out of the 12, actually all the schools she applied to, but 11 gave her full ride. So some of the schools are, next slide. So she got into Columbia, MIT, University of Chicago, Georgia Institute, Washington State, Princeton. She got into Yale. She got into Stanford. She got into University of Pennsylvania. She got into Duke, right? Amazing. We're very, very proud of her. But it's not just her. All the children, a lot of the children, next slide, please, are doing really, really well. So we have a student who got 97% scholarship into Cornell last year. I think his was 2 years ago. 70% scholarship into Case Western. She got 100% scholarship into Hart University. Full ride, academic and boarding. Next slide, please. So just some of the things that students have had to say. We're outside. I know I'm going to rush through this, so please stop by. If you have students who are at secondary school and you're wondering what's the next step, or you're wondering how to talk to your parents about this, please come meet us outside. We're more than happy to share what the IB is and why it's the best fit for your school and how it can take our country to the next level. Okay, so thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Green Springs, for that engaging presentation. Let's give her another applause. Keep up the great work that you're doing, redefining education in Africa. And next up is ULessons. Please, let's give them a big applause. Class board, ULesson. Amazing. Please come up for your presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for coming together for the sake of education. I think you deserve a round of applause for yourself, please. Thank you. It shows that there's deliberate attempts to grow and consistently groom the present generation. We'll not call them next generation anymore. It's the present generation. So I'll just be brief. Usually, ULesson will just like to show you what they have and not try to make you see it on the slide. That's how we brought our new product, and it's available just by your right-hand side.